The following video is sponsored by Cygames. Try the game for free on Android, iOS or Steam. Download links are available in the video description. Hey guys, welcome to a new Shadowverse deck guide. Today I will present you a deck that was played by Hare, the winner of the NGE Shadowverse Open Season 2 qualifier. If you're looking for a great way to start into the competitive Shadowverse scene, you should definitely give the tournament a try. It is free to enter for anyone from Europe or North America and features a total prize pool of over $32,000 US. I will put the link to the event in the video description, so check it out if you're interested. For the qualifier, Hare brought 3 different decks: Neutral Bloodcraft, Midrange Shadowcraft and AEGIS Havencraft. All 3 are very strong right now and I want to show you the AEGIS Havencraft out of those. This type of deck is without a doubt one of the best to play in the current environment. Against everything that is not Bloodcraft, you have a favorable matchup. Overall, that leads to a high win rate even with 30 to 40% of the people playing that class. The deck contains a good mix between healing, destruction and unbreakable power, and while Bloodcraft is still tough, this specific mix of cards is able to handle power cards like the Spawn of the Abyss as well. A special shout out at this point to the new golden follower Naoise Red Branch Knight. This one is reducing the damage that you can take at a single time for 1 turn to a maximum of 3. So if your opponent is preparing for a huge Spawn of the Abyss finishing turn, you will just play this one and instead of 16 damage, you're getting a maximum of 6. That will help you quite a bit in this matchup, hence you want to prepare one of those for the right moment. The deck naming card Heavenly Aegis is of course your untouchable endgame finisher. Introduced in the Tempest of the God expansion, Heavenly Aegis is the hardest to deal follower in the whole game and the reason for so many conceits. If your opponent is not going aggro enough, he will not stand a chance in the endgame against such a card, so be prepared to feel the sword running in tears. The deck is of course a tournament deck, but I will now also show you a few games on the ladder that will hopefully convince you about the quality of the deck and that you have to try it out for yourself as well. So let's go! Game 1 and we have Havencraft versus Swordcraft. That should be a decent matchup, so in general every matchup that is not against Bloodcraft is favored for you. Starting with the Beastcall Aria, we're going first. And let's just hope that we're also getting a Sacred. Not happening, we got a lot of 2-drops. Blackened Scripture, Princess Snow White. Will be interesting, we are still starting with the Beastcall Aria then, most likely. Going for Katana Unsheathed, so that is the Quicksilver hitting us for 1, which is fine. And Heavenly Hound, yeah, we are just dropping the Beastcall Aria. So giving him the opportunity right now to push a bit of damage early on, but we are coming back. We have enough healing in the deck and we have enough stuff to combat that. And he's not even dropping something on turn 2. Excellent, so we can just go Princess Snow White. You could use the Blackened Scripture here, but seriously, that is more worth it later. Oh, Vagabond Frog. Guess he likes the Tribunal of Good and Evil. He's a real fan of that. So if he's playing the Frog here, that is really not strong against our deck because we have so much destruction that is just hitting the Frogs without us doing anything. So the Decree or the Tribunal of Good and Evil, that's just killing the Frog. And that is his key card, so we should have a good time. Yeah, he's not doing anything. Guess the game will be over in couple of seconds only. So Radiance Angel, we are healing back to full life. We are now pushing the damage into his face, getting a red branch, which is also very good against the Frog. He's most likely just conceding now, because he cannot overcome that. Oh, he's continuing. The Master. Some ambushes on the board. But look at the power that we already have. We can just go more into the face. Not a problem. He's just pushing 5 right now and we are on our side already pushing 11, pushing him down to 6. So what is he going to do? What can he do? He cannot clear the whole board and also keeping his units alive. That is not happening with the Swordcraft deck. So he's just out at this point. He's still trying. So the Master is getting evolved. We might see a Cyclone Blade. But even then, the Master, he is dying. There's a Cyclone Blade. And oh man, he should have killed the Snow White first. Huge mistake. So now we even have a Snow White here. That was a huge mistake. Anyway, nothing to worry about. We will just go for, let's see, what are we dropping? We have so much good stuff. How about just Heavenly Hound, the Grimnir and also the Red Branch Knight, just to have more on the board here. We're pushing 2 into his face, so he's down to 4. We're keeping our evolution point here, which is fine. And then the game's over on the next turn. I don't think he can drop another huge creature here and also drop the Cyclone Blade. Very unlikely. So he would need to drop something for 2 and then evolve that and then play the Cyclone Blade. That might give him the opportunity. This is the Mountaineer Captain. And it's a Keen Enchantment. Yeah, well, now we have a 5-5. Going up to a 7-7. And with that, he's out already on turn 7. Normally our deck is slower, but in this case, we were just winning easily because he was playing the frog and no reaction to us. So first game, first victory without any problem. Game 2. And game 2 is bringing us a Forestcraft. Unfortunately, Forestcraft, I like the class, but right now Forestcraft is in such a bad spot. But the class is not really working against anything on the ladder. So I don't think we have a too hard time here to beat him, to be honest. Our start was not that great, but luckily Sacred from the top. Then a small gap, so right now it does not look like we can play something for 2, but Grimnir add-on in 3 is fine. Tribunal of Good and Evil or the Priest. Sector. Why are you playing the Sector? So that's a neutral deck. You're telling me that's a neutral deck. Just another Sacred on our side. Sector is a small unit at the moment. He would have been a bit stronger if there was already a big neutral one in place. He's definitely playing a neutral deck. He's going for Grimnir here on Sector. So we are also dropping that in the Grimnir. Right now he would need both units. Maybe he has a spell in hand that is helping him. But even if he has a spell in hand, we are going for the Priest on the next turn and then we are still killing those 2 units. Right now it looks like he needs to... Oh, Alice is also good. Right now it looks like he needs to trade here. And then we can just kill the units with the Priest. The Alice is helping him, but we still have enough tools against that. Oh, another Sacred. A lot of cards to draw, so we are going for the Priest. Evolving. Clearing the Sector, killing the Grimnir, so only the Alice stays on the board. And if he's just now dropping a lot of small neutral units that were buffed from the Alice, what's happening is that we are going for the Decree in 2 turns, so not too dangerous. Also we can just go for Tribunal of Good and Evil and Sacred on the next turn, or we are going for Radiance Angel if we need some healing. The Flower Princess, that is giving him some fairies into the hand, and apparently some fairies are coming. Plus an evolution on the Flower Princess. And 3 into the face. So the question is, do we like to try out... Oh, the Teatime is even better. Then there's no question, we're definitely dropping the Teatime. Otherwise there was an opportunity to play Tribunal and Sacred, for example. But Teatime is way stronger. We're getting a Tin Soldier here. Tin Soldier can evolve, and that is dealing in 3 damage. And that's definitely killing the small unit here, which is now not so small anymore because of evolution, and we're also killing the Alice, so leaves him with a fairy on the board. The only bad thing right now I would say is that we are down to 12 life. So he should still play with Rhinos. 6 cards currently in his hand, so he should not be able to kill us. But if he's just continue to push pressure into our head, we need to be careful. So yeah, he's just going for the face. Pixie, getting that one back, getting the Tin Soldier back in our hand. And just more fairies, apparently. 2 more fairies. Is that it? And the Actus Fairy, huh? Okay, how do you like the Decree? Are you a fan of the Decree? We had, by the way, too many cards in hand. So I would say you are a fan of the Decree. Also, you might also be a fan of, for example, playing... What else could we play? Princess and Heaven. Ah, that's not too great. Let's just play the Decree. Killing everything. And he's down to 4 cards, so it's not like he can secretly drop now a lot of stuff on the board and deal a lot of damage. Even if he has 3 Rhinos in his hand, that's not killing us. Glimmering Wings, he's drawing an additional card and ending the turn, which is good. For us, at least, for us. So we will just go for some healing, going back to 14 life. Getting a Princess Snow White. Yeah, Princess Snow White is good, but I would say we are still going for the Beastcall Aria. For the future value. And right now I don't want to use our last evolution point. And if we're using the evolution point, we're definitely interested in playing the Heavenly Hound on the same turn. The White Cat Sage. And the Sector. Which is now 6-6. Because of the extra buff here. The Snow White Cat Sage is also a neutral one, costing 5. That's why the sector is getting buffed. Tribunal of Good and Evil. Yeah, we could just play double Tribunal of Good and Evil. That is a cool idea. We could also play the Decree, but I would say double Tribunal is good. Next turn we're getting another Tin Soldier on the board. Killing everything. Still has only 4 cards in his hand. And we are still at 14 life. But he's sitting at 20. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so we got the Tin Soldier, the Red Branch, and the Conceit. Not even need to play any further. Game 3, and this one is Havencraft versus Dragoncraft. So far we just saw early Conceits here, no chance to drop the Heavenly anytime on the board. We now have the Heavenly for the start, but let's just face it, we don't want that on the start, even against Dragoncraft. So Sacred, we're also dropping the Red Branch Knight. The effect is stronger late in the game, so Sacred is really cool for the start. We're going second, Grimnir, Decree, nothing for turn 2 now. But normally he's just playing Ramp Dragoncraft. Or Storm Havencraft. Dragoncraft, not Havencraft. So he's going a bit slower anyway. There's Heavenly again. So we can normally just chill here a bit. Dragon Mercenary. Okay. So he's getting a random card that's costing 5 or more into his hand. That is reduced by 1. So it might be that he's playing the Storm version. Then with the Dark Dragoon 40 and so on. And trying more Twitters in the face. Dragon Knight, that's a target for our Blackened Scripture, so he's not getting the additional play point. Should slow him down. At least I hope so. But there is another Dragon Mercenary, so potentially now 2 costly cards are in his hand for a bit less. Follow up is not that strong. We are just dropping the Grimnir here right now. There's no use to go for Tribunal of Good and Evil or to go for the Red Branch Knight at this point. Dragoni Favor. That was costing... It was at costing 4. It was costing 5, but he was only paying 4, right? That was a cheaper card that he was getting from the Dragon Mercenary. Oh wow. So much destruction. Unfortunately, nothing really that we can use right now, so we were just dropping the Radiance Angel, draw an additional card. Another Radiance Angel, oh not bad. I would say we're evolving the Grimnir, just in case. So we have a stronger Warty on the board, pushing 4 into his face, he's down to 16. We have so much destruction incoming, potentially we will now just play Tribunal into Tribunal into Tribunal. Every night he's drawing an additional card, because Overflow is already active. And we're seeing the Breath of the Salamander. Still kind of interested to play the Tribunal here, to be honest. That is just setting up a really good turn with the Heavenly, if we have so many Tribunals on the board, because he's losing all his units, so we can then safely play the Heavenly on turn 9, without the need of having something else on the board. Plus we can push more damage in his face. Not sure about the Red Branch Knight though. We are going for Tribunal next turn, maybe with another Grimnir alongside. If he has something on the board, of course. Yeah, let's just drop the Red Branch Knight. It's okay, just have more stuff on the board. Dragonmancer's right. Whenever he discards a card, he's also drawing a card. And there's Sibyl of the Waterworm. He's healing back a bit, giving additional play point. He's killing 1 unit, we are just dropping another Tribunal of Good and Evil then. Going back to 17. So that is coming, Grimnir is coming, we are pushing an additional 2. Right now I still want to save the evolution points. As long as we are staying at 20 when we can play the Heavenly, we should be so good. Now that is normally happening because we're just playing Tribunal into Tribunal into Tribunal. So there's no real counter strategy for him. He's now using the Breath of Salamander, clearing the board again. There's the Ivory Knight. Yeah, and to be honest, another Tribunal is coming. Or the Judge. Judge is even cooler. Let's get rid of this one. We're drawing an additional card, have then 1 unit on the board. And the Blackened Scripture. So because we have the Tribunals out, it's not like he can just drop a unit now, because the unit is just getting crushed by the Tribunal. He's still trying with the Dark Dragoon 40. It won't be long now. So he's pushing 7 into our face. Potentially. Yeah, there you go. We are down to 13. And he's hoping that the Dark Dragoon is surviving. Unfortunately, that is also happening. Oh man, that is changing our strategy. Then we need to wait with the Heavenly one more turn. Then just go for the Blackened Scripture. I don't want to eat too much damage here. We're going for the Curate. Healing back to 18. We're pushing another 3 into his face. I probably should have also evolved here to push 5 into the face instead of only 3. So then he's already at 10. Then we can kill him next turn. Yeah, would have potentially be a bit better. Dark Angel Olivia. Cool. So he's getting 3 evolution points. He's evolving the Dark Angel Olivia, of course. Which is fine. He's then killing the Curate. We are now dropping the Heavenly. We're evolving the Heavenly. Killing the Dark Angel. I was getting... we're still at the Tribunal. Forgot about that. Yeah, we're still at the Tribunal. So that is then... let's just... If he is healing back... Let's see. He could heal back. Do we need the extra points here? We can... Yeah, let's go for the extra points. If he's healing back, we need that. So he's down to 7. We can evolve one more time, so the Heavenly will then push 10. If he's healing back here, he is potentially going up to 10, maybe 11. An Angel Crusher. This is a 13-13. Not bad. Oh wow. Yeah, that is a defeat. Interesting that he was playing this card. So we're winning another game.